right, we got a brand new Air Jordan 4, this time of the craft variety. Not talking about the cheese. That cheese is gross.
Makes an excellent grilled cheese sandwich.
It does, but let's be real. That's not real cheese. It's nasty.
I don't care. It makes my stomach happy. A little bit of mayonnaise, 2 good pieces of bread, Kraft singles, 1.5 slices. Perfection.
By the way, in case you missed that, mayonnaise is the secret key to the best grilled cheese ever. I know a lot of people use butter, but trust me, use mayo on the outside of your bread.
It's a game changer.
It's so bad for you, but it's great. You've got to try it. Yo, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 4 Craft, even though the box just says Air Jordan 4 Retro SE, so special edition. But anyways, these are being labeled or listed as part of their Craft line. Most of the Craft stuff that we've seen so far from Jordan brand has been in the form of Air Jordan 1s and Air Jordan 1 lows. And most of those look kind of like they're taking a little bite out of like the off-white style of things. So they're like deconstructed, reconstructed, panels are flipped around, there's exposed edging and padding. These are a little bit different. These don't have all of that stuff. Instead, these feel like they're more of a premium offering than anything else. Now, as far as the release dates are concerned, we do not talk about release dates here on this channel. Why?
Because they always change.
They always change, especially since the pandemic and everything. You cannot rely on a good release date anymore. And we're not trying to give out improper information. Therefore, we will just not give the information at all. So if you were interested in these guys whenever they happen to release and you're ready to run down to the retail store to check a pair out, make sure that you're doing it in the most comfortable way possible, which brings us to today's sponsor.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
All right, New Balance Running knows that everyone watching this channel has New Year's resolutions, and a lot of those are about running. They wanted to show you what they've got in their Fuel Cell line so that you have a running shoe for you. This is the entry-level model, Fuel Cell Prism. It's kind of the perfect introductory model if you're just getting into running. This is the Summit Unknown. It's got huge lugs on the bottom, so if you live in a place where you're always on the trails or you're doing road to trail, this is the shoe that you'd want from the Fuel Cell line. The Fuel Cell Rebel is kind of that speedy, fun, everyday shoe. So if you want a little bit of an upgrade from the Prism, I'd recommend spending the extra money, getting the Rebel. Finally, the Escalade SUV of the New Balance Fuel Cell line, the SC Trainer. It's got a carbon plate in there. Everyone I've known that has tried this shoe has loved it. So whatever kind of runner you are, whether that be entry level, trail runner, seasoned vet, or shoe nerd that has some races on the calendar, New Balance is going to help you make sure that those resolutions actually happen in 2023. 2023, that's your year. You're gonna get this running thing done.
New year, new you.
New year, new you.
All right, guys. Back to action!
So what we've got here is a traditional Air Jordan 4 outsole. However, they're not Nike Air branded. So you got the Jumpman instead of the Nike Air there. I don't know what the hell the color is. It's like cream.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of those Soulfly 13s we did.
Oh yeah, a little bit, but those were sale. Let me see. Oh, it says pale vanilla. That's a new color. Interesting.
I can't wait till there's a vanilla bean.
Or a chai. What color would that be? I don't know.
It'll be right there with my pumpkin spice ones.
But anyways, this is the first Air Jordan in the line when you're going in consecutive order that actually started implementing herringbone on the traction. So the ones, obviously radial, whereas the 2s and the 3s were very similar. They were flat, but with designs in them. And then boom, you got the 4s, herringbone for the win. And it's multi-directional on top of that. So you got that linear and lateral coverage. I loved it. Now the midsole, per usual, is polyurethane. And inside of the polyurethane midsole, you've got an encapsulated 4-foot air unit. However, in the back, you have a visible air unit, which obviously is visible so you can see it. How do they feel? You know, from the 80s, man. They're kind of bricks, but they're pretty, right?
Gorgeous.
However, we do have a Dream Cell insole, so if you were interested, this is what they are. I really wish that they were just regular polyurethane. We were getting those for a minute. Like almost every retro release for a hot second was like the real polyurethane stuff, whether it had Nike Air in the back or not. I thought it was awesome. And then they started using these and I was like,
You gotta be freaking kidding me.
So yeah, these are better than Ortholite, but not better than the regular polyurethanes, in my opinion. I just don't think that these are all that. I really wish that we would just get regular insoles, regular polyurethane insoles. And then the upper on these guys is where things really start to kind of have that craft or SE experience. So what we've got here are multiple layers. So we've got suedes, we've got smooth leathers, and then we've got a mixture of 2 different cracked leathers. Like, this is dope. And I don't even love cracked leather. I just like seeing all the different textures on the damn shoe. You know what I mean? Like, this is awesome. So yeah, all of the overlay panels that are suede are really nice suede. It's not going to be premium or anything, but when we're talking about Jordan Brand, this is their version of premium. They have twisted the design a little bit where they're adding like random ass cuts and sews, which like, what is the point of that? I don't get it. Personally, I would have left that off. And then they added that square back there, and that's weird as too. It's like, what the f is that even doing there? Like, if I was gonna put something like that there, I would have mimicked this really awesome flight patch and put it on the side of the shoe. That's what would have made it like a real cool like SE or craft or whatever, you know what I mean? Because you're flipping around a little bit. But again, all the panels are really nice materials. So again, the suedes are gonna be super nice. They actually took off the netting and they mimicked the netting with suede panels. That's one of those things where you would think that I don't like that, but I don't not like it. I don't love it, but I also don't hate it. Like, I think it's very interesting looking. Something that is really, really cool, which you can't actually see until you look at the back of the shoe, but the back collar area, this lateral panel right here, or the exterior collar, is actually that smooth leather, but on the interior, it's the cracked stuff. So it's 2 different materials. The smooth leather is okay. It's not anything crazy. It's a thin cut of leather. It's actual leather. It feels nice. It's soft, but again, it's not like premium or anything. I actually wish that the whole shoe was just suede, but they probably would have looked a lot more similar to, what were those ones?
The purple ones?
Not the purples. Those were the Canyon purples, right? And they were like super like hairy suede. What was the one that looked like it was off on? The taupe haze, is that what they were called?
Yes.
I think that they probably would have looked a little closer or too close to those. So I just would have preferred like this type of suede everywhere. I think that they would have looked super pretty, especially in this color. I think the colors here are top notch. Like, this is a great looking new Jordan 4.
I concur.
Now the pale vanilla hits are obviously the lace crowns or the lace nets. I always call them crowns, but they also look like a net on a basketball hoop. You've got it on the Jumpman logo on the tongue, behind the tongue, that's a lining, and on the back of the heel. And again, I just think that the look is awesome. Like, this is a really pretty version of the Air Jordan 4, almost elegant looking. Whoever came up with this colorway, like, I really like these.
I bet you the person who came up with the grown man 3s
Did the
had a
same
hand
one.
in
Maybe
this.
that they have that feel. I definitely agree with that. This has a more elevated look. I think that's what I explained with that shoe, where it kind of took the original version of the shoe and kind of like elevated it as far as like its earthy tones and its material usage. Same thing here, where maybe less earth tones, because this is like yellow and gray. That's not really earth tones, is it?
Yeah, it looks like
Are they?
stones. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. I always think earth tones is dirt and leaves. I always forget about the rocks, like sand and stuff. I get it. Now, as far as the sizing is concerned, they do fit true to size. Whatever you typically wear in your Air Jordan 4s, that's what I would go with. Be warned, wide footers, this is a pinky toe killer. And even for some non-wide footers, like if you got a stray pinky toe or something like that, this will f it up pretty quickly. But let us know what you think about the Air Jordan 4 SE/Craft. I don't know what they're gonna go with officially. I think they called them the Crafts in their like live thing, but on the box it says SE, so I don't know what the official thing is at this point. Either way, it's a premium-ish version of the Air Jordan 4, which I think is great, but I'd love to know your thoughts on these down below in the comments section. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. We will catch you guys on the next one. So until then, have a good one.